Straight up, my fellow Americans, what they are doing is dangerous as shit. I will tell you right now, and I am sure that all of my fellow veterans can attest to this, we all in basic training, OCS, all the other shit, sat through mind-numbing briefings on lawful and unlawful, constitutional, unconstitutional, while sniffing hand sanitizer, trying not to get smoked.
You know what's fascinating? Ma'am, sir, whatever you identify as. Two things can't be true. I can appreciate your service, and you can still be a shitty person. I can love America and criticize it. And if you don't like it, you can ship your ass back to England, where you came from, sir, because you're undocumented. You know, it's fascinating. You don't actually care about the people that the flag represents. That's the difference between people like me and people like you. You only give a shit about the flag. And only part of the flag. You don't want the red and the blue. You just want the white because you're just a white nationalist. I care and I give a shit about the people. That is the difference between you and I. You're upset because 6 Democratic senators who honorably served this country made a video that reminded people that serve that they don't have to follow illegal commands. And somehow in your white supremacist brain, that's treason. How in the fuck is that treason? You know what's treason? Saying that you love this country and running for president and sitting on your fat piggy ass shitting your diapers while officers are beaten with American flags. Very similar to the one that you say that you defend behind you, sir, but you didn't care about that. You still voted for him. 5 officers died, but you didn't give a shit about them because you're a patriot. That guy was found liable for sexually abusing Jean Carroll. But hey, you're a patriot. He sexually assaulted 25 other women, but you're a patriot. He had dinner with Nick Fuentes, a white supremacist, but you're a patriot. He literally asked for the execution of 5 black men, spending $15,000 with no evidence, but he's a patriot. He fucking insulted John McCain, who was a POW. His little bitch ass dodged the draft 4 times because he was too much of a pussy to serve. But he's a patriot. You see where I'm going with this, sir? And even now hearing this, your little white nationalism brain, oh, it's the brown people, the immigrants. So let's talk about the immigrants, sir, because that's what this is really about. You were never, ever, ever going to vote for the black woman. So the people that have been here for 10, 20, 30, 40 years that are undocumented, a civil offense, that pay taxes, that are getting paid, I don't know, $7, $8, $9 an hour, picking your strawberries. Somehow, they're responsible for your shitty life. But the white man who rapes women, who molests little girls, who caused an insurrection, who is a felon, somehow that's perfectly fine. You see where I'm going with this, sir? Because here's the reality. You were never going to vote for the black woman. You saw a black man in the White House and you lost your shit. And your version of the nuclear family, Leave It to Beaver, a white kid in a white ice cream shop with a white server and where black people couldn't eat, that's your version of this fucked up country. That you think that it was great, 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 great. And you went right back to the plantation owner. And LBJ said it best for people like you. This country will vote for the most morally bankrupt piece of shit white man who's literally a convicted felon that's stealing your wallet over the most qualified black woman. And that's exactly what you did, sir. You're a fucking disgrace to that uniform. You don't give a shit about the Constitution. He's literally tearing it up. And you don't care because he's white. Why don't you just be honest, sir? And oh yeah, by the way, sir, do you identify as a man or a woman? What is a man and a woman, sir? Do you have tampons in your bathroom, sir? Because I'm just curious. Are you transgender? What are your pronouns, sir? Because that's the bullshit that you buy into. And you think because you listen to Candace Owens that somehow you're not racist. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You play the white victim card. Just like everybody else on the right. Somehow you're always the victim of something. And you say you're a patriot, and yet the number one cause of death of children is fucking guns. There's nothing we can do. Praise Jesus. I love Jesus. Jesus, there's nothing I can do about gun violence. But thanks for sending the rapist Fat Piggy down here, God, because he's a patriot. He's a real man that can't even keep his wedding vows. You're what's wrong with this country, sir. You have a fucked up moral compass. I don't care about bad policy. I voted for McCain and Obama. I voted all across the aisle. Hell, I even voted for Ross Perot. And you know what? They were decent people. I can accept bad policy, but what I won't accept, what I can't accept, is people like you with fucking no morality. While you sit there and call it fucking patriotism. You don't give a shit about the women that he sexually assaulted, sir. So let me ask you a question. If Donald Trump sexually assaulted your mom, would you vote for him, sir? Because, hey, no one's perfect. We all deserve a second chance. Hey, it's fake news, sir. I don't believe your mom. How would you feel if I told that to you? Because that's exactly what you're doing to every fucking woman in this country. Because you couldn't vote for the fucking black woman. You're what's wrong with this country, sir. So why don't you go find Jesus? And why don't you go find some moral compass somewhere? Hopefully, at one point in your life, before you went down this rabbit hole of right-wing ideology nuttiness, you were actually a decent person. I'd probably like to talk to that person. But we're not going to find common ground, and I'm an independent. I don't like either political party. I'm in the middle. But what I'm not going to do is come up here and let you shit on people that serve this country while you fucking support a rapist, sir. You have yourself a white day, sir. Oh, and praise Jesus because, nothing says I love Jesus like voting for a felon and a rapist.